Definitely chapter 18 was very shocking and left us all with our mouths open. As the end of the series is approaching, each episode gives us more specific details about some characters, and thanks to that we can see things more clearly. One of the biggest questions has always been how Naksu got into Booyeon's body. We have also wondered if Naksu and Booyeon are in the same body, which of the two truly has the greater dominance. In this last chapter, impressive things were revealed, and there was a scene where Mu-Deok, understanding that she really is Naksu of course, could see small Booyeon and big Booyeon, and they explained incredible things. That's why today I'm going to talk about Scene explains of Booyeon and Naksu. But first, remember to subscribe to this channel and activate the notification bell to be among the first to see our content. We must remember a few things before explaining the scene. Jin Ho-young had to take out the ice stone because Jin-moo supposedly found her daughter Booyeon, and for doing that he told her that now she owed him a favor. But actually she took out the ice stone not because she felt indebted to him, but because he told her that he knew that they had used the ice stone to save Booyeon. So Ho-young had no choice and had to listen to him so they wouldn't know that great truth. Ho-young told Mu-Deok that she was going to make sure that her death would not be painful, but Mu-Deok told her that she was not going to die, but they were just going to make a soul exchange. So maybe Jin Ho-young told her that because she thought she was really going to kill her, or just with the soul shift it would be like a kind of death. When Mu-Deok heard that they were going to use the ice stone to shift souls, she liked the idea, because with that she could change her body and get her powers back. While Ho-young is strangling Mu-Deok, she suddenly faints and then closes her eyes and starts to remember experiences from when Booyeon was a little girl and spend time them with her mom. Then she wakes up and sees blue eyes and says mother. Jin Ho-young is quickly shocked and releases her. Then the body stays in the air and we see how Booyeon is the one in control of the body. The moment Jin-moo realizes that the ice stone can be used, he tells Shaman Choi to use it to do the soul shift with Zoe. Let's remember that this ice stone thing was a plan of Jin-moo and Shaman Choi to be able to switch bodies, and to be able to run away from Sun Grim. Before we continue, we can confirm a few things with this scene. First, that certainly Booyeon takes control of her body when there is any danger. Second, when Mu-Deok opened her eyes, it was certainly Booyeon controlling her body because she was able to connect the power of the ice stone with the power of the skies. Recall that when Booyeon was a child she could also do it when she was in the boat with Jin-moo, and this is something that apparently only she or a type of priestess does. A curious fact about this scene was the blue eyes. It could be that when Booyeon takes control the eyes turn blue as something symbolic of the soul shift. Although I know that in the beginning when Mu-Deok came out the eyes would sometimes turn blue, which may also explain that at that time Booyeon was the one taking control and Naksu didn't realize it. But the point is that it was very exciting to see how her eyes changed the moment she said mother to Jin Ho-young. Continuing with what happened to Mu-Deok. After Mu-Deok was transported with Zoe went to fulfill her maid job. At the time she was making tea, she commented that tea tastes better with spell and said, "I finally got my power back thanks to the ice stone." Then comes the memory of what happened when she was in the air like fainting. We see the image of Mu-Deok, who, let's remember, is Naksu's soul. We see an image of Booyeon as an adult. Then Booyeon comes out as a child and says, "We didn't lose him this time, we are inside the ice stone." When she mentions that we didn't lose it this time, she may be referring to the time she was in the boat that almost dropped the ice stone. But it seems like she was saying it to Booyeon as an adult and not to Naksu, because of course Naksu wasn't in her childhood. This part was as if Booyeon herself was talking to herself and was motivating herself. Then Mu-Deok asks, "Is this the ice stone?" Booyeon says, the ice stone is not limited in shape, size or form, it can be water, fire, or wind. Mu-Deok comments, does this mean I have the ice stone now? Then little Booyeon disappears and doesn't answer her. Then adult Booyeon comes out and says, no one can truly possess the ice stone, they only use its power. Win one and lose one. That's the burden you will have to carry. Mu-Deok, who is really Naksu, says, I can gladly endure that. Adult Booyeon says, then try it. Overflowing power means not being able to control the amount you use. You wish for rain and you will get flooded. You wish for wind and you will get a typhoon, try to endure it. Then Mu-Deok asks, who are you, a relic of Jinyewon? And adult Booyeon replies, how dare a soul live off my body and call me a relic? With these last statements, we can confirm that Naksu really doesn't know that Booyeon lives in her body together with her. But we can also confirm that Booyeon does know that Naksu lives in her body, and it is something that she herself allows. Yes, I know, it may seem obvious that Booyeon knows that Naksu is in her body if she herself was the one who caused her to enter. What I mean is that since they both live in the same body, Booyeon is apparently very clear about what she did, and it's as if she did it for a specific purpose that we are still unclear about. This scene was also very shocking because we can see how Booyeon is telling Naksu to be thankful that she allowed her to enter her body. But in that dialogue we can notice that Booyeon also lets Naksu make her own decisions and doesn't force her into anything. She just advises her. That's why she told her that if she wanted to, she could use the ice stone, but to remember that it could have consequences. After Mu-Deok recalled those dialogues, she wondered if that was a relic of Jinyewon that had been attached to the ice stone, thus confirming that she doesn't know that Booyeon also lives in her body and doesn't understand the concept of Booyeon's appearance. After this, Naksu is aware that she can choose any body she wants and no longer has to be a servant. But there is something very difficult for her. Adult Booyeon told her that she will gain something but lose something else. Now we know that after Mu-Deok got the ice stone, something shocking happened, and it is that it created a kind of barrier that does not allow people to leave where they are. It is as if it were a wall. According to what Mu-Deok and Jang-Wook said, that wall is the ice stone. In other words, since the ice stone is not limited in shape or size, it is understood that they are trapped in the ice stone. The ice stone that is as a barrier around Gyeongjinggak is in constant energy, and if someone approaches it absorbs its energy, and in a way it becomes even stronger. So if Mu-Deok, who is Naksu, changes her body and uses the energy of the ice stone, she will also take the energy of the others, and then they could die. That's why adult Booyeon said you will get something, but you will have to leave something. That's the burden you have to carry. According to this chapter, we could interpret that Booyeon entered Naksu's body to create a kind of dualistic energy, in which would allow them, Booyeon and Naksu, could face a possible chaos that the ice stone was going to cause, since Booyeon knew that Jin-Moo could have access to it. But we will have to wait for the last 2 chapters to have more clarity on these concepts. What do you think of these scenes? Leave your comment here. If you like this video, like and share it with your friends.